janam khalu shayuta shakta sudinanaram supathe parichalaya sarvadinam pranamami cha madhava devapadam vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto, 1st chapter, verse number 15. Sukadeva Goswami is telling to Parikshit Maharaj about the topmost atonement. Atonement is through three processes, through karma, through jnana and through devotion. Atonement of one's sinful activities by karma makanda marga, by the process of karma, one is still bound to commit sin because the nature of that soul has not changed even after atonement. So one will again is forced to commit sin. Forced means due to three modes of material nature. No one is forcing him, but because of his conditioning in the three modes of material nature, that is forcing him to again commit sinful activities because the nature has not changed. His nature has not changed. And above that, Sukadeva Goswami talks about Jnana Marga. By the control of sense organs, internal as well as the external, by leading a regulated life, performing penances, observing brahmacharya, chanting and charity, by performing all these activities, slowly one will burn all the sinful reactions. But here again, the problem is the root of sin, the root of the sin is not yet destroyed. The sins are burnt, but the root is still remaining. So, by following karma marga and jnana marga, by following both these processes, one is not able to completely free himself from reactions of the sinful activities or engaging in the sinful activities. Then Sukadeva Goswami says, very rarely or very rare are those souls who by performance of one-pointed devotion to Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, that devotion which is free from both karma and jnana, a person will be, or a devotee will be completely freed from all sinful actions. Just like the rays of a sun immediately drives away all the mist and fog in the air, in a similar manner, just by the glow of the bhakti, or just by the initial manifestation of bhakti, all the sins are destroyed. So we read the purport by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur yesterday, and we have partially, we partially went through the purport by Srila Prabhupada, wherein Prabhupada says that there are 6 symptoms of bhakti that Rupa Goswami has written in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Kleshagni Shubhada, this verse. Kleshagni means the very, very initial point or initial symptom of Krishna Bhakti is Kleshagni. All the Klesha Agni means all the what do you call sufferings in this material world, they are completely destroyed. That is the very, very initial symptom of bhakti. All the way up to Krishna Akarshani Chasa. That bhakti has the property to even attract Krishna. But even that's a very, very long thing. The very initial symptom is that one will be freed from all kinds of sufferings. After that, Srila Prabhupada says that there are 3 types of sins. That is, one is called sin, other is the root or the seed of the sin, and the third is ignorance. Further, the sinners are classified into 3 categories: sinner, great sinner, and the greatest sinner. A very, very grave sin. And 2 types of sin again, prarabdha and aprarabdha. Prarabdha means that which is already fructified, and aprarabdha means that is in the store. It is not yet fructified. Okay, so till this point we read yesterday. यही प्रारब्ध पाप प्रभावे, खोल देना इसको, खुला रख देना। यही प्रारब्ध पाप प्रभावे नीच कुले जन्म परिग्रह प्रभृति है. So one person is born in a very poor family. Another person is born in a rich family. Same day, same time, probably almost the same place, in the hospital. In the same place, at the same time, on the same day, on the same year, 2 children are born. One in a poor family and another in a rich family. Why? Srila Prabhupada writes here, this is Prarabdha karma. Prarabdha karma means that karma which has already fructified. One may see that that person has not committed any sin yet. Why did he get birth in a poor family? Why did he get birth in a poor family? He did not, the poor fellow, this child, he has not done anything. Why birth in a poor family? Because the prarabdha karma, the sins that he has committed in the past, they have fructified now. So, what is in store, but what has fructified has immediately come into manifestation. So, here Srila Prabhupada writes that a person takes birth in a very poor family, lowly family, or anything like that, it is due to one's prarabdha karma. Not only birth, but anything happening now. Let's say we are suffering from some severe, chronic disease, some kind of a disease, which is chronic by nature. That is due to our prarabdha karma. Whatever sins we have committed in the past that have fructified now. Therefore, nobody can stop it. Once they have fructified, one has to enjoy or suffer that karma. No other way. भक्ति ए अप्रारब्ध एवं प्रारब्ध उभयविध पापई विनाश करते समर्थ है. But devotion can destroy both prarabdha and aprarabdha. How can bhakti destroy prarabdha? Aprarabdha I understand. Whatever is in store, whatever has to fructify in the future, I understand. Just like, there are, before the fruit is ripened, one can, remove it from the tree. It's not ripened. One can remove it from the tree and then they can destroy it. That is possible. But after it is ripened, how can that be destroyed? Here, bhakti, devotion is such that even prarabdha karma means one has taken birth in, let's say, in a poor family. Let's say one has taken birth in a very poor family. That is due to his prarabdha karma. But he is performing devotion. How is he, how is his prarabdha karma finished? Means will he become rich by performing devotion? That's what it means, right? One has taken birth in a poor family, therefore start performing Hari Bhajan, he will become very rich. Prarabdha karma is finished. No, that is not the meaning. The meaning here is prarabdha karma and aprarabdha karma. Both are due to our forgetfulness of the Supreme Lord. Both are due to our forgetfulness of Supreme Lord. Once a person is established in Krishna Bhakti, then his external state will never ever influence him. Sridhar Pandit, he was born in a very poor family. So is it due to his prarabdha karma? Is it due to his prarabdha karma? He was performing devotion, but he never said to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that please make me rich. Even though during Mahaprakash Leela, when Mahaprabhu had exhibited the Mahaprakash 21 hours of, Leela, where he blessed all the devotees, whoever had come in front of him, blessed everyone with whatever they asked for. And then he remembered Sridhar, asked Sridhar to come. Sridhar Pandit came. He offered obeisances. Yes, Brahman, please ask what you want. What do you want? You want to become Indra? You want to become Brahma? You want to become the sovereign of entire Brahmanda? What do you want to become? I will bless you with whatever you ask for. Then Sridhar Pandit, he told, my dear Lord, may that Brahmana who used to come to my place to snatch the banana goods, may that Brahmana be my master birth after birth. Means, you are my master birth after birth, please bless me in such a way. Means, there Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur writes in the commentary that by seeing the devotees to be poor, or by seeing the devotees not having proper education or not educated properly, by seeing them that they are in some kind of a physical trouble in this material world, don't think that the devotees are undergoing sufferings. Jata dekho Vaishnavero dukkha nischaya janiho se paramananda sukha. Whatever externally so-called suffering that you might see in a devotee, don't think it to be an ordinary suffering, suffering like an ordinary person. Then, Nishchaya Janiyo says, certainly know it for certain. See, Paramananda Sukh, he is in extreme bliss. Means here, driving away prarabdha karma does not necessarily mean that by performing devotion, a poor person will become rich, or not so famous person will become very famous, or a diseased person will become very beautiful, disease-free person. Now that is not the meaning of it. The meaning is that even prarabdha karma, that which is ready to be enjoyed, is also finished. Because he is established in the state of pure consciousness. Whatever external things are going on, that will never touch him. But they, on the contrary, they give instruction to everyone through this particular pastime of being poor, of being sick, or of being less famous, or whatever it is. They give this instruction to everyone that whatever state one may be in, Krishna Bhakti is independent of all these things. Material problems, mental problems, they can never interfere with Krishna Bhakti. On the contrary, when you have Krishna Bhakti, none of these things will come and even touch you. Even though they are situated in that, Prahlad Maharaj was undergoing so many troubles. People like us, we may say, oh, Prahlad Maharaj was a devotee. Why devotees are having so much troubles? It's better to be Hiranyakashipu, where there is no trouble. He is enjoying. To be Prahlad is very difficult. He is undergoing so many troubles. But they, as acharyas, they are giving us lessons. Prahlad and others, Sridhar Pandit, etc. They are giving lesson to all of us, instruction to all of us, that when your consciousness is completely fixed in Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, then none of the external happenings will bother you. Even if it is to your own body, that will not bother you. This is what is the instruction that the great acharyas are giving. So, in Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Krishna is telling to Uddhava, Hey Uddhav, Jemon Prajwalita Agni काष्ठराशि के भस्मसात करे तद्रूप मत संबंधिनी भक्ति निखिल पाप के समूले विनष्ट करिया थाके. To Uddhava, the Lord is telling that, my dear Uddhava, just like fire, in the fire, whatever wood is put, it is burnt to ashes. Isn't it? Fire is not saying that, okay, stop. Whatever you are putting, it is burning everything. In a similar manner, whatever sins one may perform, whatever, all of these things are simply burnt by bhakti, devotion. Fire does not discriminate what kind of wood, whether it is teak wood, whether it is sal wood, whether it is some other wood, whether it is from African forest, whether it is from Indian forest, or whether it is from Russian forest. Fire will not discriminate. He will simply burn everything. In a similar manner, what kind of sin, what type of sin is not seen there. All sins are burnt by devotion. भक्तिर प्रारब्ध पाप हरित्व संबंधे भागवत 3:33-6 श्लोके श्री कपिल देवेर प्रति देवहूति वाक्ये एरूप वर्णित हइयाछे. And how devotion will destroy even the prarabdha papa, means that papa, that sin which is about to fructify as a result. The result of the sin is fructified. So, in Srimad Bhagavatam 3rd canto, addressing Kapila Muni, Mata Devahuti is speaking this verse. The meaning of this verse is like this: He Bhagavan, Kukura Bhoji, Antyaja, कुलोत्पन्न व्यक्तियु यदि आपनार नाम श्रवणानंतर कीर्तन आपना के नमस्कार एवं आपनार स्मरण करें तबे तिनिउ तत्क्षणात् सोमयज्ञेर अधिकारी हन. आर যাহারা আপনার দর্শন লাভ করেন তাহাদের কথা আর কি বলবো. So one may be born in a very, very degraded family due to one's own prarabdha karma. We just heard previously that due to one's own prarabdha karma, one will be born in a very poor family or such a family which is, completely an outcast family, you can say. Mother Devoti is telling that, my dear Lord, a person may be born in a antyaja. Antyaja means an outcast, even degraded than the four ashramas. Kukura bhoji is an eater of dog eater. Means the entire world will completely, reject him. That kind of a person. Not these days, but previously I am talking about when Vedic Dharma was prominent. Eating dog eater is like the most degraded person. So the Brahmanas or whoever, the advanced persons, they never wanted to see such persons, because by seeing them also sin will come and touch. Such sinners they are. Dog eaters means most degraded persons. But now, of course, I think they are being served in the hotels and restaurants. People are eating so nicely. Pork is served. So many unwanted things are being served. Now, just like, we see anyone, sin is coming on us. We don't have to do anything. We don't have to perform any sinful action, but just going on the street, seeing ordinary materialistic persons, we are getting sin. So, here it is said that even those outcast persons, when they hear your name or hear about you, and after hearing, when they speak about you, hearing the name, and after hearing the name, speaking the holy name, those who offer pranam, obeisances to you, and those who think about you, by all these things, one would have advanced to higher castes. A person may be kukura bhoji, a person may be a low class person by birth due to his prarabdha papa. But if he chants your name, hears your name, chants your name, offers obeisances to you, he remembers you, by that he would have become the best of the humans. Means prarabdha karma is finished. Materially, one may still see that this person is very poor or this person is an outcast, but he has advanced to such a state that he is termed as supreme in the sight of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. The Lord considers him his own. The people in general may consider that he was a dog eater once upon a time. I don't know. No. The Lord says, no, I will embrace you. Because now what you are, Purva itihas bhulinu sakal, seva sukha pe mane. Purva itihas, what was the past? Forget. What were we? Forget. Seva sukha pe mane. Then, what were we means what Vaishnavas were previously. They were like this, he was very angry fellow, he was like this, he was a bad person. No, what he was, forget about it. What he is now, he is continuing to perform Hari Bhajan, therefore he is an object of our reverence. He will remain object of our reverence. Apichet suduracharo bhajate mam ananya bhak. Sadhureva samantavya samyak vyavasito hi saha. The Lord is telling to Arjuna that apichet suduracharo means one is not durachar means performer of very sinful actions. Sudurachara means greatest degree, superlative degree. One may be performer of such very, very degraded activities. But bhajate maam ananya bhak. If he is performing my bhajan, sadhureva samantavya, you understand him to be sadhu. Why? Samyak vyavasito. He is situated at the right place. He is situated at the right place because of which he will have repentance for whatever he has done in the past. He will be repentful. He will pray to Supreme Lord, I have done so many heinous activities, so many abominable activities, so many anti-devotional activities, anti-Vedic activities I have performed. My dear Lord, there is no rescue for me. In this manner, he is repenting from within and performing Hari Bhajan. Therefore, the Lord is telling, Sadhureva Samantavi, you have to understand him to be sadhu. Externally, you may not be able to see whether he is repenting or not. But if he is performing Hari Bhajan, he will be repentful. Samyak Vyavasito. He is situated in the right path. Therefore, understand him to be sadhu. So, the point here is, Kapil Bhagavan, Mother Devahuti is telling that, a person may have taken birth in a very, very degraded family, but if he is chanting my name, if he is hearing my name, if he is remembering my name, if he is offering obeisances to me, Devahuti is telling, if one is offering to obeisance to Krishna, then he will be freed from all, so-called material situations, and he will be Somayagya Adhikari, even a Brahmana, a topmost Brahmana, means a person who has knowledge of all the Vedas. Name Bhaktas Chaturvedi. A person who is a Chaturvedi, a knower of all the four Vedas, but Name Bhakta, if he is not my devotee, he cannot be called as my devotee. But Swapacha Madbhakta Swapacha Priya. But if Swapacha means a person who is a dog eater, Madbhakta, if he is my devotee, Priya, Mat Priya, he is dear to me. But Brahmana, who is performer, who has knowledge of all the four Vedas, he is not my devotee. Then he is not dear to me. But Swapacha, he is a dog eater, but Madbhakta, Priya, he is dear to me. Means, socially, materially, his position may not change. But if you see, because that person has become dear to Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, his position has become very, very elevated in the vision of those who are devotees, spiritual persons. Therefore, here, Prarabdha karma is lost does not necessarily mean that he will become rich by chanting Krishna's name. A rich person may become poor. That is also possible. By chanting Krishna Nam, one's Prarabdha karma is increasing. One may think so. By chanting, by becoming devotee, earlier I was good. Many persons, if you see devotees, they were earning very nicely. They had very nice house, comfortable family, very rich, very nice education, lots of money. But now, like you, pauper, nothing. You don't know where you will stay tomorrow, what you will eat tomorrow. There is no such clarity. So what does that mean? Does it mean that by performing Krishna Bhakti one will become a beggar? It may mean also, akinchani kritya padashritam yah karoti vikshum patigehayino. A person who is performing akinchana Krishna Bhakti to you, even from him you take away everything. So that is nothing to do with Prarabdha karma. That has nothing to do with Prarabdha karma, that is Lord's mercy. Because the devotee has already transcended this platform of the material world. So whatever happens to him, he is completely situated in the Supreme. Therefore it is said, Devahuti is telling that a person who is chanting the holy name, he is completely purified. What to speak of a person who is directly having your darshan? What to speak of that person who is directly having your darshan? So, which means that any person who becomes a devotee, he is very, very fortunate. Padma Puranevu लिखित আছে যে যাহাদের চিত্ত বিষ্ণু ভক্তিতে একান্ত ভাবে অনুরক্ত তাহাদিগের ফলোন্মুখ বীজ কূট ও অপ্রারব্ধ ফল এই পাপ চতুষ্টয় ক্রমে ক্রমেই vilay prapto hoy. And also in Padma Purana, it is mentioned there are four types of sins according to Padma Purana. All the four sins are destroyed by Vishnu Bhakti. By performing one pointed devotion to Supreme Lord Sri Krishna with faith, all the four kinds of sins are destroyed. What are the four kinds of sins? Falonmukha. Falonmukha means just almost ready to fructify. Prarabdha. You can say Prarabdha. Falonmukha. Name is different, but meaning is the same. Word is different, but meaning is the same. Falonmukha. Then the second is bija. Bija is it's there in the seed. From the seed only tree comes, right? So the sinful seed is inside. One is the manifestation, prarabdha, that will be destroyed, and the seed within, just like we heard the story of the bamboos, the example of the bamboos. Bamboos are burnt, but the seed or the root is not burnt. But here, by devotion, by performing Vishnu Bhakti, Padma Puran says, prarabdha is destroyed. Bija means the seed of the sin is destroyed. Kuta means it's existing even in a very, very subtle manner. Even before the bija stage. Means the seed of the sin, before the seed of the sin manifests, even before that there is a very, very subtle feeling existing. That's called kuta. And finally, aprarabdha. Aprarabdha means that which has not yet begun. These are the four kinds of sins that Padma Purana says all these four sins are completely eradicated by performing one pointed devotion to Vishnu with staunch faith. Both Ekanta Bhav and Anurakta, with attachment, one has to perform. फलोन्मुख अर्थे प्रारब्ध बीज अर्थे वासनामय बा प्रारब्धत्वेर उन्मुखता कारण कूट अर्थे बीजत्वेर उन्मुखता कारण अप्रारब्ध फल अर्थे चाहते कूटत्वादि रूप कार्यावस्था आरंभ होय नहीं कूट अप्रारब्धेर अंतर्भुक्त बोलिया जानिते होइबे. So here he is describing falonmukha is one and bija is, falonmukha means already fructified, bija is that is about to fructify, kuta is even before that bija platform, bija state, and aprarabdha is further below. Means these are the gradations: aprarabdha, kuta, bija, and then prarabdha. These are the various stages of sin. Sometimes kuta is also counted among aprarabdha. So that way there will be three types. Okay. पाप करिवार वासना सकल पाप बीज अभिपूत हृदये जे समस्त वासना स्थान लाभ करेना. पाप करिवार वासना सकल means papa bija, the desire to commit sin, that is called as papa bija. Bija means seed. What is the seed? Seed is the desire to commit sin. That is like the seed has the desire to become tree. So that desire to commit sin is called papa bija. When there is a tendency to commit sin, then sin will be committed. Our revered Guru Maharaj, he always used to say this: the cause of sin is the desire to commit sin. The cause of any sin is the desire to commit sin. Unless we have the desire, how will we commit sin? I have the desire to commit sin, or I have the desire to enjoy, that's why I am enjoying. Therefore, the cause of sin is the desire to commit sin. The cause of the desire to commit sin, the root cause of the desire to commit sin is misconception of the self. I am committing sin because I don't know who I am. I think I am the body. I think I am a husband. I think I am a wife. I think I am a child. I think I am a student, I think I am a Brahmana. Misconception of the self. Therefore, oh, as a student I can do this, as a teacher I can do this, as a parent I can do this, because of the misconception of the self, the desire, and then the sin. Now, what is the cause of misconception of the self? Ignorance, nescience, is the cause of our misconception of the self. What is ignorance? The root cause of ignorance is, ignorance means no knowledge about Supreme. That is ignorance. What is the root cause of ignorance? Forgetfulness of the Supreme Lord, or sorry, aversion of the Supreme Lord. Aversion to Supreme Lord Sri Krishna is the cause of our forgetfulness of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Forgetfulness of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna is the cause of our ignorance. Ignorance is the cause of our misconception of the self. Misconception of the self is the cause of our desire to commit sin. Desire to commit sin is the cause of our committing sin. Understand the chain? This is the link. Therefore, the root cause of committing sin is basically aversion to Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. So, when one performs devotion, means that heart which is filled with Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, all the desires to commit sin are finished. Papa Bija, the root of the sin, will be destroyed when there is devotion implanted in the heart. When there is an implantation of devotion in the heart, then automatically the desire to commit sin will be finished. Ignorance will be seen as ignorance when light comes. As long as we are in ignorance, we cannot know that we are in ignorance. As long as we are in the darkness, how can we understand that we are in darkness? When light comes, oh, I was in darkness. A person who has no experience of light, how will he know that there is something called light also? When light comes, then one will realize, oh, I was in darkness. In a similar manner, when when there is an awakening of devotion, then automatically the desire to commit sin will be finished. Papa Bija will be finished. Bhaktir Papa Bija Haratva Sambandhe Bhagavat 6:17 shloke Shri Shukdev Vakye Drishtavya. And how the the root of sins will be destroyed by devotion, Sukadeva Goswami is speaking in 6th canto, 2nd chapter, means the same canto, 2nd chapter. When we come to the 2nd chapter, there we will read how the root of the sin is also destroyed by devotion. In this we are going to read about the Ajamila. So during this particular context, he is going to explain to us in the next chapter how even the sin, the root of the sin is destroyed by devotion. Okay, I will stop here. There is still some more purport to be read. We will continue tomorrow. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Did you understand or not? Understand? Sometimes I just don't check with you whether you understood or not, because I'm in a flow. I just go on speaking. Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shri Radha Madan Mohan Panchatattvatmak Shri Gaura Hari ki jai. Paramaradhitam Patita Pavana Stotra Sata Shri Srimad Bhakti Vallabh Tirtha Goswami Shri Guru Maharaj ki jai. Nitya Leela Pravishtham Vishnupad Pranam Stotra Sata Shri Srimad Bhakti Daita Madhav Goswami Maharaj ki jai. जगत गुरु श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय. श्री श्री रूपानुग गुरु वर्ग की जय. श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. जय सर्व विघ्न विनाशन करी भक्तवत्सल भगवान श्री सिंह देव की जय. जय भक्त प्रवर श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय। श्री कृष्ण द्वैपायन वेदव्यास महामुनि की जय। जय श्री श्री सुखदेव गोस्वामी परीक्षित महाराज की जय। श्री सूत गोस्वामी श्री शौनकादि ऋषिगण की जय। श्रीमद् भागवत श्रवणकारी भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल।